The 1965 Washington Quarter represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coin history, shifting from 90% silver to copper-nickel clad amid soaring silver prices. Striking errors, like silver planchet strikes and missing clad layers, turned ordinary coins into rare treasures. These quirks elevate the 1965 quarter into a collector's dream with fascinating stories to uncover. 1. Silver planchet error. Description: struck on a leftover 90% silver planchet from 1964, as the mint transitioned to copper-nickel clad composition. Identification: weigh 6.25 grams, silver, compared to 5.67 grams, clad. Bright silver appearance. Value: $7,000 to $15,000 or more in high grades. 2. Off-center strike error. Description: occurs when the coin blank, planchet, is not properly aligned with the dies during striking, leaving part of the design missing. Identification: a portion of the coin is blank, with the degree of misalignment varying. Value: $100 to $500 for minor off-centers. Extreme off-centers, greater than 50%, can exceed $1,000. 3. Double die error. Description: doubling occurs due to a misaligned die, leading to duplicated details in parts of the design. Identification: doubling visible in inscriptions like Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. Value: $500 to $2,000, depending on the visibility of doubling and the coin's condition. 4. Wrong planchet error. Description: struck on a planchet intended for another coin, such as a dime or foreign currency. Identification: weight and size differ from standard quarters, design may appear incomplete. Value: $1,000 to $5,000, depending on rarity and specifics. 5. Clipped planchet error. Description: a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to an improperly punched blank. Identification: visible clipped section along the edge, often crescent-shaped. Value: $50 to $200, based on size and severity of the clip. 6. Missing clad layer error. Description: one or both outer nickel layers are missing, exposing the copper core. Identification: one side, or occasionally both sides, appears reddish-brown. The coin may weigh less than normal. Value: $200 to $500, depending on the extent of the missing layer and condition. 7. Broad strike error. Description: coin struck without a retaining collar, causing the metal to spread outward, creating a larger, flattened appearance. Identification: wider diameter than normal, with no defined rim. Value: $100 to $300, depending on size and grade. 8. Die breaks and cuds. Description: breaks in the die cause raised blobs or lines on the coin, sometimes forming cuds at the edge. Identification: irregular raised areas or missing portions of the design near the edge. Value: $50 to $200, depending on size and location of the break. 9. Machine doubling. Description: a result of die movement during striking, creating a flat doubled appearance. Identification: flattened doubling on letters or design elements, less pronounced than true double dies. Value: typically $20 to $50, as it's less desirable than true double dies. 10. Strike-through errors. Description: foreign material, such as grease or debris, gets between the die and planchet during striking, leaving an impression or gap. Identification: areas of missing or distorted design, often irregular. Value: $50 to $300, depending on the size and clarity of the error. 11. Misaligned die error. Description: the dies are not properly aligned, causing one side of the coin to appear off-center while the other remains normal. Identification: design shifted noticeably on one side, while the reverse is correctly centered. Value: $50 to $150, based on severity and condition. 12. Double rim, partial collar error. Description: occurs when the collar partially engages during striking, creating a double rim effect. Identification: a second rim or ridge is visible along the coin's edge. Value: $50 to $150, depending on prominence and grade. 13. Weak strike. Description: insufficient pressure during striking results in a faint or incomplete design. Identification: areas of the design appear blurry, weak, or missing detail. Value: $30 to $100, depending on the degree of weakness and overall appeal. 14. Transitional errors. Description: rare instances where the wrong composition, silver planchet, is used for a 1965 quarter. Identification: heavier weight, 6.25 grams, silver appearance, and ring sound. Value: these errors overlap with silver planchet errors, valued at $7,000 to $15,000. 15. Hub doubling. Description: doubling created during the hubbing process when the die is manufactured. Identification: subtle doubling in specific design elements, often mistaken for a double die. Value: $200 to $800, depending on prominence and demand. Conclusion: 1965 Washington quarter errors encompass a wide range of fascinating minting anomalies. Values vary significantly, but these errors are all sought after by collectors. Proper authentication and grading can maximize the value of these coins. If you suspect you have an error coin, consulting a numismatic expert is highly recommended.